we're moving into the Q&A section of the webinar now. But before that, let me just give you the Kindle details. So to go in the running for the Kindle, you need to call in and just register your name for the draw. I think it's, well, the number's 877-896-3611, and then press the sales option, and then there's the promotion code is KDX782, Kilo Delta X-Ray 782. If you're calling from Canada or elsewhere, the US number direct is +1 310. I'm just looking it up. I apologise for this. 310-878-2626. So that's +1 310-878-2626. And now we'll turn and do some questions. So Darren asks, can we run the systems analysis from off-site? Darren, if you had a remote desktop connection, then you could definitely run it from off-site. Asks, are your products multilingual? And then French, question mark. They are multilingual, Yuri, but not in French at the moment, although the way we usually do localizations is to work with a partner. So if you were becoming a partner and you had a serious opportunity in the French territory, we would work with you to localize into French. We've done many localizations previously. We've got no other questions on the line for the moment, but I'll be here for another 5 minutes to take any questions that you've got. So please don't be shy. Ron asks Mac, question mark. Not Mac proper at the moment, Ron. We've got iOS, so iPhone and iPad, and then we're hoping to release Mac in summer. We've got a beta of it now, and we think that will be released to the public in the June-July period. Although I should really point out, you can back up across the network, so you can deploy the software in an agentless configuration, which means you don't actually need to back it up on Mac. So you just deploy it on one Windows machine on the network and then connect to all the other devices across the network. So what I should have said is, yes, you can back up a Mac, so long as you're deploying SOS in an agentless configuration. But if you actually want to install the product on a Mac host, then that'll have to wait. But most of we're backing up thousands of Macs on a daily basis, but they're all being backed up in an agentless configuration. Darren asks, can you use this system at shop to back up customer solution and keep separate log-ons? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Darren. If you can give me a little more detail, I'll try and answer. Kathy says, thank you for your time. Kathy, it's my pleasure. Can I answer any of your questions while you're still here? Got a question here from John. What's the typical path to profitability? It's a very good question, John. It really depends on your customers. Most of our partners are profitable within a couple of months on this solution. So I think a really good question for you is how many customers you've got that are teed up and ready to go. One of the things you can actually get done from SOS is we can put together a mock-up of your marketing material even prior to becoming a partner. So obviously when you become a partner, we give you all the rebranded marketing material, give you a full business in a box, you know, website, e-commerce gateway, rebranded software. Whereas what we can do prior to becoming a partner is actually mock up what some of that marketing material would look like, and that can help you get into the market rapidly. So again, talk to one of our partner specialists about getting that organized. But that ROI model I talked about earlier, that is really aimed at helping you understand what your path to profitability is going to be. It's really designed to analyze your business and analyze your customers and determine how quickly you can start to produce positive cash flow from selling backup. Darren has written, use system to sell small residential backups without each customer seeing other backups, like a reseller hosted websites. Oh, absolutely, Darren. That's precisely what you would do. You create an account for each one of your customers. Kathy's going to all our partner specialists. Okay, Kathy, make sure you that Kindle giveaway as well. Christoph says, Darren's question, if I have a custom machine at my shop, could I use SOS to back up their data while the machine is being repaired, then allocate that backup to an online share separately for them to retrieve during after the repair? Sorry, I'm just digesting that. If I have a customer's machine at my shop, could I use SOS to back up the data while the machine is being repaired? Yes, for that half of the question. So you could definitely back up the data when you're repairing the machine. Second half of the question. And then allocate that backup to an online share separately for them to retrieve during after the repair. I don't know about that part. I don't really understand it. If you'd backed it up, if you'd backed the machine up, then you could recover that data down. If you'd backed the machine up, then you could share the data. I don't know about the allocation part of that. Leanne writes, I'd like to offer an online backup service to my clients who are QuickBooks users, small business. Do you have other partners who are QuickBooks consultants and offer this backup service to their clients? We do generally, and like the H&R block tax package as well is very common among our customers. So selling this to people, to micro businesses effectively, the types of businesses who use those packages is one of the most common types of partners we have. So yeah, I think that's an excellent target market, and that's excellent content to be the target of an online backup solution. Steve Snyder asks, what's the number to call for the Kindle? It's the number on our website, Steve, but it's 877-896-3611, extension 1, or 1 for sales, I believe. Ben asks, any fee involved to become an SOS VAR? Ben, no fees as such, but there's commitments. You've got to make, you've got to make partner commitments. And we've got various partner programs. So it really depends which partner program you join. And one partner program is what we call our wholesaler program, where you buy from us basically cloud capacity at a massively discounted price, and then you resell it to your customers whatever price you like. That's our most common partner program, but we have several different partnership programs. Cheryl asks, what is typical pricing for your product? Cheryl, great question, and it's wildly variant selling. For just selling over the web, in a completely unassisted web sale, you'll see prices as low as like $4 a gigabyte, so 250 gigs can go for $1,000. Whereas business pricing I'm talking about right now, not home user pricing, which is very different. Whereas in fully managed backup, we see prices as high as like $15 to $20 per gigabyte, which it gets a little bit crazy. So particularly for our resellers who are targeting those rich verticals like the medical vertical, the price per gigabyte is extremely high. So a 100 gigabyte plan could be sold for $1,000 or $2,000 to those customers. But again, like we said, we really try and encourage our partners to not price their retail packages on a per gigabyte basis, but do it on a per business basis. That's your margin and gives you much better margin when you're selling online backup. Christoph says, such as customer asking, may I access that critical file while the machine is down? Christoph, yes, the customer can absolutely access the file while the machine's being repaired or is down. They could just grab it from the cloud. Paul wrote, had to step away for a minute, so sorry if this was answered already. Can SOS be used to back up a remote website? E.g., can it access a remote system via FTP, SFTP to download files and back them up to the cloud? It won't pull down from an FTP source, Paul, but I would think you could just map that through Windows. It will do NAS and network drive backup. So long as you could mount that as some sort of network folder through Windows, which I'm pretty confident you can do, then SOS would back it up. So most of our competitors don't back up network drives or back up NASs. We do. David writes, I've worked with a number of reseller partners that had technical difficulties that cause a lot of problems with our clients, so we are cautious. How can we establish sufficient confidence with your company as part of making our decision? David, I would just call, I would get a trial of the program. I would call in and ask for, we've got a trial program that you can get from any of the partner specialists and work with them to get a comfort level on the product and with the support offerings that we've got to see if we're a good match for you. Christoph writes, clarify my question, if I use, we've answered Christoph's question, okay, great. All right, well that's the end of the questions we've got, and we're also out of time. So thank you very much for your participation today. It's been wonderful to talk to you. We do these every Thursday, so please do participate in ongoing webinars. Generally, the content is the Q&A section, which begins at free to attend future webinars and ask any questions you've got, and ask for a ROI model to be built by one of our partner specialists for you. But hopefully I'll talk to you again, and have a wonderful day.